Anyway, when it comes to strangeness, do we want to start with what's going on with UFOs? Or do you want to middle with it? Do you want to end with it?
I was just going to talk a little bit about it. I didn't watch the entire live conference. So this was the first ever, it was a very rare, first U.S. congressional hearing about the UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what they want to call it. That's how they want to cleanse it.
Sure.
In the first time in 50 years, you have all these suits talking about it. And you know what I love about the government?
What?
Is that they can take what is arguably one of the most fascinating topics in human history.
Absolutely.
And they make it so unbearably boring.
Right.
That you can't. It's like I was trying to pay attention. And I sat and I tried to pay attention.
Really?
And I was looking at it and I saw the man and the only words I heard was UAP. UFO. Those are the only things I heard. And then I heard...
You weren't excited to see democracy kind of in action? I mean, maybe not dealing with the most important issues of our time, but, nonetheless, they were talking on the floor. That's kind of exciting.
I don't know, because are you saying democracy in action or democracy in action? Come on, guys, come on.
Well, that's what's so interesting, though, is, and now I want to ask you from this perspective, because there's this one dude, his name is Mr. Burchett. This is not Top Hat, so I don't know nothing about this man's other politics.
Who are these people? Who is this man? Who's Ronald Moultrie?
These are the questions we have to ask ourselves.
Who is Rick Crawford? No, they were talking. I was introduced to him because he is the top of the intelligence official from the Pentagon.
But Mr. Burchett, again, no idea. Probably a total scumbag. But he says, I've been told by multiple sources we've recovered something from these crafts or objects. So do you think, Henry, when you hear it come out of the mouths of perverted, disgusting politicians who are naturally corrupt, given our gerrymandered states, that this diminishes the UFO argument?
I don't know. We've been saying this for a while, and I do believe. Never believe in life after love. No, I mean,
do believe in life after love.
UAPs, honestly, it's important to pick yourself up after you fall down.
Absolutely.
But I over the years of researching, and what I've heard from various sources is that I think that there is an object somewhere in a hangar. But the answer to that question was them basically tap dancing, the little Gregory Hines number,
yes.
where they were like, we've never heard of such an object. We don't know anything about that.
Right.
But various other people have come out and said it. I was actually listening to a really interesting podcast with Ross Coulter, who is an investigative journalist that used to work with 60 Minutes Australia.
Okay.
Who's gotten really deep into what they call the program, which is there might be an object sitting in a hangar somewhere where a bunch of nerds have been looking at it for a long time trying to figure out what the fuck it is.
Right.
But they didn't get into anything that interesting at the congressional hearing.
Well, and of course, whatever you see in the congressional hearing, we just see the theater because what's done, what is actually truthful is done behind closed doors.
Because they had a closed-door hearing directly after the public congressional hearing. So that's where, and that was the problem, is that every single time it got to an interesting part of the conversation, they would be like, "That we have to say that for the closed-door hearing." And you're like, God damn it.
Come on,
tell me, just show me the meat. Where's the beef? Now, this next story I want to go into because I have to pee.
Okay.
And I can kind of almost get it in a way.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, I have a milkshake right here. Yeah.
But no, honestly, this is assault what this man did.
Yes, it is. This isn't the worst thing that this man did.
No. But it's the thing that made the news.
Yeah.
So this is a manager. Now, this is at your beloved favorite chain. This is Arby's.
Now, I'm not going to say it's my favorite chain. I'm going to say it may have been at one point my favorite chain. For those that don't know, for those that aren't exactly 40 years old, when Arby's came to specifically Stevens Point, Wisconsin, it was a fancy restaurant, and I'm standing by it.
I remember when it came to where my parents live in Florida, and it arrived, and I remember it being a big deal. I remember the 5 for $5.
The cheesy beef.
Loved
and that
it.
Arby's sauce, which apparently, again, is probably just come now.
Yeah. So this is interesting. So this man was a manager of an Arby's. He is the name of Stephen S. Sharp. He was 29 years young.
God, Stephen Sharp. Of course, that's the name of a manager of the Arby's.
Yes.
He's also 29, and he became a manager. So he's just like, yeah, you might think this is a summertime job for you. For me, this is a career.
This is my career. Okay,
great.
I'm on a track here.
Hey, Barry. Yeah. 5 minutes. If you're leaning, you can be cleaning. Okay.
Okay. Now listen. I have to go to the pee-pee house, which is right next to the milkshake machine. So this Vancouver man stands accused. He was urinated. He said that he's being said that he has urinated into a milkshake mix, which then was served to about 30 to 40 people.
Okay. So this is my question, Henry. This is the one we know about.
Oh, yes.
Everyone talks about pissing in the pickles.
Of course.
I've
never
done that.
No.
I've never done that.
Yes.
But I just wonder how many times it happens.
I think that it actually shows just how much of a capacity we have to eat piss and shit. And that if this has probably happened times innumerable, and that we have eaten piss and shit, and it's actually not as bad for us as we think. I think about that too, about how, like, when they all say how calamari, if you get frozen calamari, it's pig asshole, right?
Sure.
But what actually that just teaches me is that pig asshole is delicious.
Absolutely.
And then I love it.
Well, eat every part of the animal out of respect. I talked about this on our Sirius show. When it comes to piss, the one thing that it can do if you drink too much of it, hurt your kidneys.
Of course, because it's going back in.
Yes.
It's like putting the poop back in.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Although they do have poop replacement, which, by the way, I think I'm going to do.
What's poop replacement?
It's in order to clean out your colon. They literally put other people's shit inside of you. I believe that's the case.
Who are you talking to last night?
It's
Who
a real
did you
thing.
meet? Did you go to Carmine's? Is this from Carmine's? Did you go to the doctor at Carmine's?
No, poop replacement is a very real thing.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Fecal transplant, what you should know. What does that even mean? What I should know.
Well, what does it say? What should you know?
I don't know.
It's fun. Anyway.
All right, well, let me finish this and then we'll find out. So, this is so he was also sort of, this guy was also caught with a bunch of child porn on his phone. So this is like one of his crimes. So this is Stephen Sharp. He actually, they raised the bail to $40,000, which is nice. So I guess that's hard for him to get out on that.
Yeah.
Detectives executed executed a search warrant on Sharp's phone while investigating all of these child porn allegations that he was already going through, right?
Right.
And they found a video on that phone, amidst all this child porn. A video of him shooting himself, pissing into the milkshake mix, going like, got him again.
Got him again. It was a 16-second urination video.
I mean, he said they sold at least one ice cream float. I don't know why that's in the thing in the article. But they're like, and one of those floats actually, that was a little pee-pee in there as well.
Yeah, so the manager acknowledged to the investigators that, I urinated it as a mixed bag in the milkshake mixed bag at least twice.
Oh yeah, dude, and you know what? Arby's, they've come out firmly against this.
They have, but not against the child porn.
No, they seem to say it's a blanket. Like, we don't like that guy.
That's a bad manager.
That's a bad manager.
That's right.
And he said straight up, because I guess Sharp was like doing like, that's not on my phone. Like, he was trying to say about the child porn. He was like, that's not on my phone. That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. But when it comes to the piss video, he said, he said, these are the quotes.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure I threw away that pissed in bag of milkshake mix.
That's
what he said. I'm
that
sure
for one fucking
definitely not.
second.
Definitely not.
The whole point of urinating in the milkshake bag is that then you serve it and then you're like, So St. Anselm's School, located in Philly, they had a sale for Mother's Day. You say, okay, great.
Sure.
Some faux flowers.
Sure.
I'm a kid. I'm going to buy my mama a flower. She's going to love it.
Yeah.
It turns out they purchased a flower that contained something a little bit surprising in that it contained beautiful, skimpy, red panties.
Oh, yes. I guess these were like, I don't know where they sourced them. So if you look at it, it looks like a cute, like, it's a fake flower inside of a plastic tube, and then stuck deep inside of the flower as you pull out his long, stringy panties that you just gave to all of your mothers.
One mother named Rachel Tremblay. Also, this school, it costs $5,000 a year in tuition. So something, so I do like kind of
shaking Anselm School,
shaking up the suburbs a little bit.
Oh yeah, man. Because honestly, Catholics, what has Madonna shown us? Catholicism is horny.
It is so horny.
And it all is. There's a lot of sexuality there. So yeah, sure. Yeah, the Virgin Mary, she got fucked by God, right?
Absolutely.
Or it came out of her. I don't know. Technically, she was never fucked. That's why she's the Virgin Mary. But then Mary Magdalene on the other side is kind of I know that it's all about like you're supposed to like have place in your heart for people of alternative lifestyles, even though they don't have it. The Catholics don't actually believe in anything that were a part of the actual original teachings of Jesus Christ or whatever.
To be fair, there is something fun and macabre about the Catholic Church,
Absolutely.
drinking the blood, eating the bodies. So there are aspects of it that are fun, but of course the murder and stuff, and the pedophilia is bad.
The flayed Messiah is the coolest concept. You walk in and him like screaming in agony with the blood, and he's got fucking, you see his like the V where his huge cock is underneath his tunic and shit.
Just once I would like to see a fat Jesus. Just fucking one time. Can we see a fat fucking Jesus?
Jesus was probably closer to the Homo floresiensis than anything else. He was probably like a little tiny man.
Yeah. So Rachel Tremblay, her daughter says, "Hey, Mommy, I got you a flower." And then Rachel's like, "Thank you.
It better be panties."
Then she opens it, and it indeed had panties in it.
Wow.
So the administration says, "Oh, no, this was an error." And
I thought they didn't even believe in birth control. Wouldn't they want there to be all these sexual fucking panties out there so that everybody wants to have sex
maybe panties will stop the cum. I think they want them all nude all the time.